I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you.
Hello and welcome back to part 2 of our Deepwood Druid max difficulty Sovel run, our definitely not Fangorn Forest trademark run. Got the Tree Thorns, Old Oak Spirit and Bark Breaker, our wonderful plant people stomping away through, and then archers and the riders to supplement for a bit of speed and ranged output. So we fought our way through all of Act 1 last time, no problem. We got through with almost no casualties sustained whatsoever. So on to Act 2. Again, we'll adopt the general strategy of trying to take as many fights as possible. So if we have a quick peek on the up path here, you get stuck taking a lot of random events. That's maybe a bit excessive. So down here we can have 3 fights in a row, which is good, and then a choice of shops. This one, I guess you could take it one random event. Otherwise you could, if you wanted to, you could skip random events entirely by doing this. I've never had that happen before. You can go fight, 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 fight. That's a bit excessive. You don't need that many battles. And as a tip, the elites on Act 2 are a bit of a mare. They're quite a bit harder than the regular battles, and the only real threat you have in losing the campaign is if you sustain too much damage off of these kind of elites, and then you get slowly chipped away until you haven't got enough strength left to face the boss at the end. So maybe we'll skip that one and instead go down here and take a random event for a bit of spice. We'll see how we feel after we get to here. Otherwise, yeah, I think that's fine. Right, undead. Bone versus bark. Let's see what you've got. Now there'll probably be some fast stuff running towards us. I'll just have maybe you on that side to tank, and then do you want, not really much point in having a treant there because you're just going to hit whatever on that side. So maybe you there and then you in the middle, and you can come running up that flank. I think that seems somewhat reasonable. You can actually stand in the woods because there's no, you've got the, what's the scout, so ignores terrain things. So all of these can ignore terrain except the riders. They're the only exception. So a very wood friendly army. Okay, you're going to square up against the direwolves, it seems. So we've got direwolves, some slow moving white guard, and then more wolves and some dread knights. So we can ignore these. Obviously the ones on the flanks are far more concerning for me, so let's pass. They can't shoot at me, so I might as well just hit the pass button. I'd like to wait until these wolves move forward because then I can shoot and then get out of their way. So let's stall with something else. In fact, I could just shoot them immediately. Probably that one though. Reroll the ones. We're 60% of the way there. Can the wolves get close enough to catch us? Probably not this turn, but maybe they can. So I'm just going to back off here. I don't want the archers getting charged. They're very cleverly using these to delay my other moves. Well, I guess worst case scenario is if the treant ends up having to fight the wolves, that's no problem at all. They do go up to power 5 though, so they can actually hit quite hard. I would like to deny them the charge if I had the choice, but realistically not. I think I can put Radiant Shield on it and just endure whatever they throw at us. Again, same fundamental problem over here. I'd like to only go through one round of combat if I have that choice. I've only got 5 shots. There are 5 of them. I'd be very lucky to kill all 5, so let's assume that isn't going to happen. Instead, I'll just have you just stand here. You can honestly take on anything that comes towards you. Okay, so you fine. They 2 direwolves smacking into you achieves nothing. We can ignore that. I'm hopeful to bait them out, so let's just use the treant here. Excellent, they moved the one I was hoping for there. What I can do then is I can probably shoot this unit and then charge that one in the flank. So that's how I'll handle it. We're going to move into short range. We take a short range shot. 5 or 5 hits, not bad. Killing only one, yeah, so you won't. The hits would be good, but I knew the save wouldn't work. If I'm cheated, do you want to try a rear charge? Can I get far enough here to rear charge them? Or is it going to be a side charge? No, that's a rear arc. There you go, we're really that fast. Yep, so they can be dealt with no problem. No, these silly dread knights are going to take a while to get to us. So you can hit those in the back. You're going to be charged, that's fine. You first, here's a trick. So because I have the banner here, I get to use it as a unit even though it's locked in combat, but you don't have to use it. So 2 wounds worth of direwolf doesn't justify the expending of the curse standard, so I'm just going to hit done and then I can basically skip an initiative turn doing that. I can probably shoot that unit to death without having to kind of worry you. And if not, do you think they would be in charge arc? You'd probably, yes, I could probably then just smack it. It depends on whether or not they lock onto me though, so I can't take that as a guarantee. Rather, I'd probably be better off just shooting them. I'm not really going to be using this for anything else this turn. Long range still. I think because of the extra, because the extra +5 range I've got, I can hit on 3+ and do amazing damage. Wow. Spells wise, they'll be fine. They can't be hit. So, do I want to Radiant Shield? No, I was about to say, do I want to Radiant Shield the Dryads? Why? They've already got reroll saves with their blessing, so just ignore that. We might as well stay as we are. Forward come their silly White Guard. That's not much of a concern. In fact, that might just be a free charge there. I'd much rather deal with these. Get you there. Again, we're just waiting for that one to move. You'll come towards me. Again, they're power 5, so they're a bit too effective at dealing wounds to me. Because anything that's power 4 or lower bounces off of us because we're defense 7. That's the 3 or more crucial threshold, but these are actually going to hurt. But I've got 2 uses of Radiant Shield and 2 uses of regeneration, so honestly I should be fine. I'm not going to get there to charge him, I'm afraid, because he's just going to come towards me. Oh, I can just stand there, actually, that works. Okay, I might as well get my charge. There we go. The wolves are dead. Oh, there's actually one left. That's a bit silly. You failed to pick one off. Right, no problem. And over here, how much damage do I take? None. Great. Yeah, they're gone. Shocking, I know. Yeah, I don't particularly feel like charging any of these. Do I want to take... It's a flank. The problem is they can charge me back, so... What I was considering, if I've got... I'm just going to skip and see what they do, because they're going to charge me now. I can flee. I probably will, because it's incredibly easy for me to rally next turn, and I might be able to bait them into a position where I can get a flank with the Dryads and do far more effective damage to them. So I'm going to flee, get away. I'll shoot those with the riders and then start dancing around the White Guard. So that's it. Now it's an easy annihilation of that unit. Good, they've locked onto a unit they can't possibly catch. Pick off the wolves for me, so I can use the more effective shooting of this into these blocks. And then just move to safety. It's okay. You're trying to stop the Dryads from reaching me here, but spoiler alert, you can't. I've got too much movement. I'm just going to do this. There you go. Rear charge, perfectly positioned. Otherwise it's rally you now. Yeah, I kind of, unless I rolled an 11 or 12, we're going to be fine. You could even come around here and rear charge this one. I'm tempted with these White Guard, these blocks though, you want to fight them from at least 2 sides, because if you engage them from only one, what's going to inevitably end up happening is they're just going to turn around and start stripping wounds off you, but they're only a power 4, so again, 2-up saves. I'm just going to ignore their damage output, so I'm happy to shove my Treant into their spine. Otherwise, this unit's about to be butchered by those, so let's ignore them and instead start doing range damage to this unit. Yeah, quite tough at defense 5, but you know, 3 is 3. No need to use any spells. Perfect. Show these elite undead, air quotes for the fingers, elites. Show them as boss, and then you can engage those. So it's obviously, it feels strange you would flee a Treant from an enemy, but when it's like that, it's, well, you might as well, because there's no cause not to. Now this is a nuisance, so what I'd probably do to rectify this is I can put them in the rear arc, and if I'm lucky I might be able to twist you and get the Treant far enough here to get to the back arc. So let's shoot this first. That is a dismal roll. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then no one's going to take damage and no one needs a reroll, so conserve all your spells. Get out of the way. Generate space for my Treant here. Right, let's see if I can do this. Now the good news is I don't need to get all the way out of their range, because while they can still see me, as long as they charge them in the back, they can't actually fight effectively, so I can ignore that. And then you come here, shoot them. I'd love it if you can kill 3 more. Perfect, that means he only takes 2 attacks rather than 3. Great. And then this unit, use your Curse Standard now. You might as well use the extra attacks. Best time to do it. Kill the Dread Knights before they ever get to touch you. Equal skill because they are skill 4, but yeah, you do 9 wounds. And then they crumble a minimum of 1. They've only got 1 wound left, so that's the unit dead. Oh no, how scary, Dread Knights. Whatever will we do? This is a bit harder. He's not got an amazing number of attacks. It does more damage to crumble than actual combat. So you can intercept them there. Do you think they can kill all? No, I don't think so. There's 10 of them. You've only got 10 attacks. That's not happening. I can't engage that with anything, so don't worry about it. Now you'd be able to flank them. As for these units, you're going to take 2 attacks and you're going to take 7. So of the 2, I suppose I should be best off Radiant Shielding this Treant, Ancient Bark Breaker, mitigate the chance of taking any wounds. Yeah, yeah. Stamp on another 2. You roll a double 1, great. I still win. Do another one. So it's 1 wound, but I heal 1 for free. So technically we're still at 0. Yeah, yeah. There goes 3. You don't roll any 1s. I appreciate it. If you crumble enough, they might just... Yeah, they were out this turn. Perfect. So I took no damage. Asterisk, asterisk. No effective damage, let's say. Well, they're trees, aren't they? They're plant people. Imagine they're just regrowing whatever limbs or bits you cut off. Is it Riverfall leveled again? Very good. I don't mind. I'll have another Potent Recruiter because these 2 are basically of nil value. So more levels on things immediately is good. And the Archer's leveled as well. And then I guess I'll just take the size at this point because I don't really need the gold. I'm doing fine for gold. Both Treants leveled. Wounds, gold, or replenishment. I don't need any extra wounds. 8's plenty. And then why do I need replenishment? I'm not taking damage, so just extra cash. And this Treant, excellent. I got the upgrade, so I'm going to take the skill. So why would I do that? Well, it depends what you're up against. If you're up against anything that's skill 3, you're already hitting them on 3+, so you prefer the extra attack. The extra skill doesn't mean anything. If you're up against anything that's skill 4, you becoming skill 5 means you hit on 3+. And mathematically, the difference between hitting on 4+ with 1 more attack or 3+ with 1 less attacks works out better for the higher skill. And then, in theory, if you're coming up against enemies that are also skill 5, they're harder to hit you. So I think more often than not, you would prefer that. Good. And then, well, everyone who's full HP will just do this. You're fine at 11, and then I'll max out the archers to get more shots. Good. Yeah, there. Oh, that's annoying. Tell you what, they're a bit too deep there. I'm just going to stretch them a little bit. That's a little bit more sensible. Our druid there expands. If it was 15, it would be perfect because you'd be a 5x3 block. But alas, we'll have to get a buy with that. Into the next one. Ooh, enemy Deepwood Protectors. It's a civil war. That means we are likely to get shot a lot, which is a tad annoying. But I've got it's an army that sustains range damage rather well. When you imagine the toughness 7 Treants and the toughness 5 rerolling save Dryad, so you can just go along the flank, but be maybe a bit further back to make sure you take the damage. Again, make sure that these aren't the primary target for anything. You should be fine there. That's a bit much. I'm not going to trust just those to handle that side. You might want to give them a bit more help, so something like this. That should be sensible. We've got rangers back there who are definitely going to get shots, and more rangers, so they're good targets for shooting. Chariots and eagles, they're going to run towards us and get killed, so crucially I'm going to shoot them before they can shoot me, because any of these rangers I can kill is worth its weight in gold. They're even more elite versions of Wood Elf archers than my standard archers here, because they have elven accuracy. They get to reroll all of their attacks innately, whereas I only get to reroll 1. So you're going to shoot that, so I might as well take off this one first. Pretty fragile though, so I was hoping for more than that, but we'll slowly make our way through. Do I want to use this now to start shielding these from ranged fire? Probably not, because you're, I assume, the primary target and you're going to reroll saves anyway. Amazing. Let's just pass now, because I'd like to see where their melee stuff moves. Oh, great accuracy there, guys. If I can just wait for the eagle to move as well, I might be able to get you into the flank of something. This, I'm perfectly happy to take one of these chariots head on. Even with the charge, the chariots only got to power 3 base, 4 in the charge, 5, 6 because of crushing. So still underneath my defense 7, I still get a 3-up save. So yeah, whatever. Let's just kind of move into over here. And I guess I could flank that one with this Treant pretty easily. So having you engage this one or just flee. I'll just see how I feel. Just come up here and there you can easily reach it there, like so. Good, I know where the eagle is. Am I fast enough, do you think, to race up here and get outside of its arc. I can, in fact, do that. Got to be careful, though. I need to get far enough to get there and then twist to see. I'd actually prefer to charge the chariot. There, yeah, that works. I can draw. The problem is I won't be able to draw. In order to legally charge something, you have to draw a line from the center of your unit to the center of the thing you're charging. And yeah, that eagle is slap bang in the way. So fine, I can just shoot and kill that, I suppose. I mean, shoot and charge it. There was no chance I was going to be able to shoot it to death, but you know what I mean. Otherwise, yeah, let's go ahead and... I'm going to have to take some ranged fire now because you haven't shot either of these yet, frustratingly. But, well, I guess I can start running the Dryads towards them to kill them. That's a bit of a waste, honestly. I think the Dryads would rather deal with the Dancers. Protect my archers, shield them, while I just shoot these to death over a couple of kind of consecutive terms. If they manage to do any damage to me, I'll just end up healing it. So yeah, 3 up save re-rolling. 1 wound from the first one. And you can flank this one for me. Assuming that the pesky Dancers there haven't got into... No, they aren't in a place to stop me. Good. I might end up being targeted by those. Yeah, that's annoying. I'd rather have you shot that unit. Better save 2 up, but not with a reroll. I think mathematically, yeah, 3 up rerolling is slightly better than a flat 2 up. Yeah, to take 1 wound, fine. It's 88% versus 83%? Well, that's like 5/6 of a save, isn't it? If it charges, you can stick that in place. And then I can't, you see this is, I can't legally declare a charge against that one, so that'll do instead. I could flee this, so I just don't have to deal with it. And then one of these two can come over here and hit it, or I just shoot it with this archer unit. Honestly, I'll just charge and kill it, it's not that hard. You know, 3 up save anyway. You're all fine as you are, yep. If I'm lucky, this will target these and I can just flank them with the Dryads. Nope, they're actually going to come for us. That's annoyingly clever. Who's got the better movement range? They're only power 3, so I get a 3 up save re-rolling and then I can heal. The problem, Dancers are annoying because they're fragile, but if you look at them, they've got 2 attacks each, skill 5, so they're really good at fighting. And Elven Mastery, so they get to re-roll everything there. Really hard hitting units, so instead I'm just going to probably stay away from them instead. Just shoot more of these. Yeah, slightly better. 3, 4, 5. That's most of that unit dealt with. I'll be dead next turn. Saves wise, I should probably help this one out. It's the one that's going to take the majority. So you'll save on 2+, and you get Pathetic Eagle attack. So yeah, I'm going to Radiant Shield our Treant. And I'm going to save the heals because we'll have better opportunities to use that later. Start running this way. Maybe I can draw their attention towards you, who knows. And their rerolls helping them there. I've lost an Dryad so far. And just pass. They're going to shoot me again with these 3. Oh, they're also Banner of Mist, so they're particularly resilient against... They're as bad as resilient against shooting as the units can be. Should I just... okay. Well, I might just reconsider. I might instead have you come rushing up after these Rangers. I can shoot and kill that unit, and then you can just go kill those. It's a long way away, to be fair. It might be more of a hassle than it's worth, because these are all going to die. At which point, there's nothing for any of these units to do but engage that Dancer, so yeah, I might as well just send you up here. Let's go straight towards that unit, make it as efficient as possible. Okay, this is the one that might hurt, so annoyingly they hit well, but 3 up save re-rolling. There you go. Radiant Shield doing its stuff. And then you take 4 wounds and lose badly. And then you have a 2 up save. Yeah, so Chariots are super reliant on the charge. 1, because of the extra power is obviously nice. But then 2, they even get more attacks off of it, unlike other things that just get power increases. I don't lose a rider, which is excellent. I was concerned about that for a moment, but we got away with it. Oh, I was pretty confident I moved out of range there. I think that's a bit unfair. I positioned that unit in a... Oh, is it because I was too close to the wall and I got shoved slightly? Maybe I was just a bit lazy in my positioning, but I can flee them. I'll go off the field, which is tragic because I'll lose all of my heals, so I'm not going to get the Dryad back, but it's better than letting them kill a whole load of archers. If I'm lucky, do I want to charge any of this stuff? No, that's got 3 wounds left. You're just going to win, don't worry about it. I'd rather you turn around and deal with this, and then you can shoot those and charge that. They stay on. That's incredibly lucky. Good. That means I can rally them and still get the use of my spells. Not this... oh, that's a terrible save. Sort of... oh, the Divine Blessing saving us there. Right, what's crucial is I get something onto that unit so I can save these. Well, I have to rally them first. Yeah, there you go. Don't roll double 6 and you're good. No spells this turn, but I'll get them back next turn. I probably should have shot that unit first with these, because then it prevents them from getting their ranged fire into me. But I got away with it. Okay, can the Dryads come back here and reach those? No, I haven't quite got the movement for it. So you're going to go with the original plan. I'm going to rush towards those. And I'm going to have you can instead have this Treant turn around and rear charge this unit for me. Yeah, that will save those. You're going to presumably die, so that failed its morale check already. Don't worry about it. So let's just have you rush over here and start hammering. Oh, in fact, you might get to the Rangers there before they do. Still, it's still long range. I could charge them. Probably better off just shooting them. Yeah, that's dead. I take no damage, so 7 is auto healed. Get off my archers. Yeah, you're better off shooting because 2 shots. Well, think about it. It'll be 2 shots at range. With Elven Mastery is reroll ranged attacks only, or you can charge them and take 2 shots at skill 4. What, two hits in combat. So really it hinges upon whether or not I get to go first. If I get to go first, I can just shoot them and kill them. And then I don't risk losing one. I think I'm going to risk it. I think I can get away with just picking them off before because they usually use that unit first. And they do. Good, that gives me an opportunity to deal with this before they ever get to do anything. 2 more. Good, definitely time to start healing the Dryads now. Right, now let's kill this before it can bother me. 2+. Yeah, that's surely enough to kill 2 Rangers. There we go. You can flank charge them when you're so inclined. Can you get there to charge them? Not this turn. So yeah, it may very well be worth doing that. You're just kind of cheerleading at this point. Come down here and side charge those if they're holding on. And then this unit, time to start healing. 3, there you go. And we're back to basically full HP, near enough. Can I get a shot off with my archers? No, I think I put the Dryads squarely in the way. Excellent work, me. They're not going to hold. That's convenient for me. Do I take this charge? Well, worst case scenario, if I lose one of these, I can just heal it because my regrowth now works on everything, so I think that's better off than letting them hit me again. What would have been smarter, I could let them shoot this unit. If I take another casualty to heal it and then move this into their back arc, that would have been more of a guarantee. They've already rallied, so we'll have to charge those again. These are now statistically equivalent, skill 5, 6 attack, so I guess the healthier one. Go for it, Barkbreaker. And you have naught to do, but do I want to use the heal now? I'm a little bit concerned if they run, they might give up. But I think I'm safe because they have enough morale such that even if this unit capitulates, they'll hold on a turn. So I'm not going to shoot at them, rather I'm just going to use Radiant Shield this turn to try and prevent myself from taking damage. And if I do, buy myself a turn to use that last heal on the riders. Yeah, I'm intentionally not going to take that volley. Maximise my chances of having an extra turn. So I'll win fairly handily because we're now skill 5. Excellent, Radiant Shield saved the wound. Good, don't have to worry about it. And the rest is a piece of cake. You get rid of those. You get rid of those. That should be more than sufficient. A heal. You'll heal anyway. You'll heal anyway. So, I don't know. There you go. Healthy Dryads. Skip the rest. Stamp on a whole bunch of dancers. Haven't been protecting the forest very well. The verge is overgrown. You haven't been trimming the hedges. The punishment is, of course, death. Flawless. Everyone's full HP, so just gold on everything. 1666. I wonder what that's determined by. There's slight random variation in the gold values there. Oh, that's fine. So, yeah, we're in good stead. Might as well just take another fight. It's the beast herd, so all melee. Good variety of enemies. I appreciate it. They're going first. That's not an issue. They are predominantly melee forces, though, so maybe we'd be better off. Well, I can just... Honestly, I'm strong enough just to run into them and kill them. I mean, you could be a bit further back so you're not charged, but this should honestly be fine. Okay, so we have some skirmishers in the front who can be easily dealt with. Some skirmishers at the back who are so short range they can't even reach us. They'll obviously reach us, and frustratingly they're in cover this turn, so I would like to... Who are they going to shoot if they come forward? I really don't want it to be the archers is the fundamental problem, so I should probably put you forward to try and... I can get into charge range of them immediately and kill them. That also means they're going to shoot you. I'm not in cover, but it's fine. We have the Banner of Mist anyway, so I can't double stack cover. I'm effectively always in cover, so there's no value in me being stood in the woods. Yep, that's both their archer units. I can now just hit past a bunch to see where their melee stuff winds up. That's easily flanked and killed. What are you doing? That's one of the easiest flanks of my life. I guess I can have the riders come up here and charge that one. Okay, I'll just start to take the free flanks the AI just gave me. They're going to come forward. I'm going to wait to see where they move, because they might get close enough to stop me, so I'll do some of the easier ones first that can't be interfered with. That's them just trundling around back there. You'll be stuck in place, so don't worry about that. Rather, I can just have you rush over here and take those skirmishers head on. I'm just going to charge them. Use Radiant Shield on this unit. 2 units left, which is me and you. I can stall them out. Who do I want to shoot at? You're going to get charged and slaughtered, so let's start cutting our way through these big bricks, because we might as well start reducing their numbers while we have the chance. Excellent start. No need to heal anything yet. Obviously you can heal those later. Good, I now know where they are, so that gives away... See, if I tried it before, I probably would have accidentally got myself caught. I don't think I quite have the movement, sadly, to spring to the other side of them. No, I think they've geniusly just positioned this well enough to prevent me from doing what I want here. 10.1. 10.1 gets me too close to the chariot. Can I stand on this side? Is my range long enough to catch them in this way? No, see, I haven't got that, so if I tried to do this, I wouldn't actually make it. That's very unfortunate. I guess I could just take the chariot head on and use Radiant Shield on this unit instead, rather than the riders. That's what they get 3-up save anyway, so they're both on 3-up saves. Or I can just stall a turn and see if the AI gives me positions badly next turn, because that was incredibly... They didn't do that intentionally, it was just dumb luck on their part, so yeah, let's try and stall this out and see if I can bait a better charge. If not, we're in the exact same position we are now, we're just going to take a front charge anyway, so just sort of stand over here-ish. Don't get too close to them. That'll do. Hard to see on the blue and white there, but we are safe from charge radius. Intercept those there. Freeing you up to kill those skirmishers. And you up to execute these skirmishers. That's their entire range contingent dead already. You just turn that way. It's going to be basically impossible to get around you now. I might kill this. They charge that, I flee, and then I can flank them with these. Am I going to use the Curse Standard against mongrel skirmishers? No, I don't think so. That's a bit of a waste. You're after my archers. It's sensible, I suppose. The last unit they get to move is that one, so I should probably use this unit first. Shoot that, and then move away from those so I can't be caught. Okay, 9 of 10 saves. And then spells. Who needs the most help, do you think? Probably this one to prevent it from taking damage. Inch forward again. Well, I guess I could forfeit fighting the chariot and instead try and flank charge the... Again, they did it again. They've got just enough movement to stop me from squeezing my way into a desired... Because they can just about see me there. That's... Oh, come on, game. No, I got away with it. I can... No, I can see me at the back. So here, I'm safe from there, but I'm pretty sure they can catch me there. If I go any further, 8.2, I end up in the red. It's not going to work. No, I don't think I can do this. It's never going to let me escape, is it? What if I kind of do it flat against? No. Fair enough, you got me there. Oh, let's just, now that I've got, I'm happy to take this on now because I can use Radiant Shield on this while nothing else requires it. So yeah, that's more sensible. The chariot will just lose. Yeah, chariots without a charge are basically impotent. This one is the one I'm concerned I might take some damage. Okay, they don't hit particularly well. There you go, Radiant Shield kicking in, very good. Now I'd really appreciate this unit breaking because I need this unit free to deal with that one for me. We are power 6 because of the Banner of Fury, so that's nice. And then the pretty negligible damage output. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, I'm going to get stuck here in a weird positional. Guess you're free if nothing else. Yeah, you can do that. I'm not going to take that one head on, I'm just going to get them away from the big block. You're not going to be able to move, so they're just going to get stuck there, so we can ignore them for a while. You're really after my archers. Let's rally you. You rolled it horribly, so I'm going to have to try again. You're fixated on my poor Treant. Well, okay. I'm going to hold on because I'd rather save Curse Standard for that. They rally their archers, so mine don't rally, but yours do, of course. Someone has to come over here and help deal with this, because after this dies, my intention is to run away from the... Well, do I have to bother? Even on the charge, it'll only be power 3 and I'll be defense 7, so I get a 2-up save and I get to do all of my attacks sideways. So they'll probably lose that fight, honestly, even charging me, so maybe I'll just let them do it. Yeah, you might rally. I'd like to wait and see. What have they yet to move? That's it. China rally, that's the only thing left over. So yeah, I'm going to... Can I run you this way? No. I tried to go that way because I intend to put more damage into that unit, but it's going to be impossible. You know, just about to get to there and be safe, yes. So you'll defeat that unit on your own pretty quickly. Heals and... Well, you don't need to bother healing those yet. You've taken a head-on charge, so probably Radiant Shielding you now is the way to go. It's the one and only time you'll be saving on 3+, so you might as well nullify the nasty charge of the chariot as you're able. They also rally? Fine, okay. In that case I can have you rush up here and... What's their charge radius, do you think? Like, do you think they could catch at least one of those 2 units? Probably. So I'll have you catch the other one. Or just get you into a position to fight both is not a bad idea. There you go. You can charge either of these units now, whatever you need to do. Can you defeat Mongol skirmishers, please? That's a bit better. Although if they flee, they might get in the way. Yeah, pretty much. Good use of Radiant Shield. Gets us the win. And they go away. You are going to get flank charged here, but it's not an issue. Okay, otherwise you can kill that one. And I guess you can finish those off, and then you can subsequently charge into either of these. In a turn of face, one last time, conserve your banner. They've made a brilliant decision. They've given me a flank for later. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. You finally rally. Very good. That just leaves that. And I've managed to stall this Mongol pack out enough that I can wait for them to move and then get to safety. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I miscounted. That's 8, isn't it? 2 Mongol pack left. Still not going to fight you. Safe, and then healing. I mean, one on those would be appreciated, but maybe later at the end. Yeah, I'll just save it for now. You also rally. Fine, I can just shoot that with the archers later. Pause, but then I save on 2+. I roll 3 1s. Okay, I know where my healing's going to go. It still don't break. Okay, we're definitely going to heal you now. Chariot's dead. There's still a mongrel left. Oh, come on, it's getting ridiculous. I think the way I'm actually going to handle this, I'm going to have you flank that unit while you kill that one. And I'm just going to ignore the skirmishers for a bit. There's nothing they can really do to bother me. Turn that way, we'll use Curse Standard now. You've moved into a position to affect nothing, well done. I'd actually rather shoot this unit with the riders, because if they can kill off those, I can have the archers firing. Perfect, now the archers can use their shots into that. And then start rushing your way up here to engage those archers later. And you spring forward and take the last wound off. 1, I just needed 1, that's all we get. 2, so I rolled a minimum of 2, so it's not a waste of a heal now. That'll definitely at least get me all my wounds back. Yeah, so I rolled a minimum there. So I need... Well, if I take no more damage, then I'll be okay. I take none, good. So I'll win. Run away, please. They do, perfect. Now I can shoot them lots. Means I can use my other heal for this unit. Power 6 with lots of attacks. Yeah, on that one turn I used the Curse Standard. They're really effective. And they're off. What, you're not going to roll quadruple 6 and win? Surely you could have won that. You're going to get shot, but don't worry about it. They're wavering already. There's not really anything to worry about. Yeah, shoot my tree, and as long as I don't take 2 wounds, good. I'll heal the 1 back for free, so that's a non-issue. That means I'm definitely safe to heal this. Put my Dryad back. And now I'm just dealing damage for the sake of speeding up their morale loss. They failed to rally anyway. You can rush up here. And then shoot and hit them in the back if they persist in this nonsense. There's nothing else to do, they'll just run and they'll be flank charged. Starting this turn, we'll do this charge to make sure they don't get any cheeky last second damage off on us. They rally, who cares? Just shooting them out of spite. Woodell's of course famous for how spiteful they are. And then we'll just skip the rest because there's no other interesting things to do. Hold the spacebar. Well, what you can do if you really don't want to see a combat, I think you can press the control and space at the same time, and it'll basically instantly pass through the whole thing. Oh look, they all died. It will do the rolls almost instantly. So again, by a combination of healing and regenerating saves in just the right way, you can get through without taking any functional damage. Treethorn Dryad's leveled again. I mean, honestly, at this point, should I just take the size and start replenishing them a bunch? Because I'm not going to benefit from... I don't care about Looter anymore, so yeah, I'll just have more of them. And the Riders level... Excellent, okay, I got what I wanted. So you get up to this Elf Bow Mastery 2. Damage saves against units retained are reduced by 1. So the only thing they lack... Amazing skill, pretty good range with the first tier, +5. The only thing they lack is a bit of power, which is of course fixed if you have enemy saves being reduced by you shooting at them. Okay, everyone is full HP. Except for you. Do I want to start just sucking it up and increasing the number of Dryads now? Yeah, what do I need the extra gold for, let's be honest. Good, I think so. We'll start... again, I can now leave them there for a while because they've got maximum number of attacks +1 at the back as like an extra 2 wounds, so no need for any additional Dryads. That leaves us with a choice. We can take either the up or down path. What do you think? We can go... The up path gives us access to the elites, which is, I mean, we're going to take a forced one there anyway. I mean, we're really not struggling with the fights are actually pretty easy, so I don't think we'll have too much difficulty. going through these elite battles, we can go for an outrageous amount of gold generation, see what we can really do. Yeah, why not? I mean, I got the one really, probably the best random event in the game already, so there's not a lot of extra value to be squeezed out of these. So let's go for the upward shop. Oh yes, the extra, yeah, there we go. I did get the extra druid. Comes with an annoying chariot, which is obviously not great, but I guess I can use it to zip around and be a bit of a nuisance. And a forest dragon. I was about to and oh whether or not I buy either of these. I can buy both with the preposterous amount of gold I've been generating. So yeah, why not? Take our druid. More healing spells. You do have some shots, so I guess increasing the skill make you a bit more accurate at range. And yeah, why not give you the move speed as well? And then 369, that leaves me with a dragon, and then 69 left over. I could buy a curse standard for my Deepwood Riders, that's kind of nice. Or for my archers, which is funny, but no, I think the dragon is the way to go. Or would you not rather the... No, I don't, it's not an archer one, we don't need rangers. They're cool and all, but you don't particularly need them. Dragon, at 5 attacks, I think I would prefer the skill. You can hit everything in the game on 3+, because then I knew I was going to get the attack anyway, so don't worry about it. You get plate barding. The thing about the dragon starts at defense 5, so buying plate barding moves it up to, there's our woodland dragon there, immediately moves Moonflighted to defense 6, which makes it massively more durable. It's a huge defense increase, so it's kind of hard to justify not taking it, but the problem is if I do, I drop to the point where I can't afford any upgrades on the riders. That being said, the riders are doing fine. I've never really played with a dragon without the upgrade. I could give it a go. I've got reroll saves, I've got heals I could use on it, and I've got an extra druid for more heals on the other units now. So yeah, let's for the first time, I'm going to leave that. I can pick it up at any time in another shop. So I'm just going to leave that, and instead I'm going to lend the riders a bit of a hand and make them more potent. Because they don't quite have the teeth in combat that maybe you would want, but with the Banner of Fury I can buy later, and the Curse Standard, they go up to power 5 with 3 attacks each. That'd be very devastating. There you go. So we've got a start. Who's this druid? So Althorin Light Dancer. So another use of regrowth. This is the beginner regrowth, so it only works on our treants. But I can use that kind of sparing. I can use you to specifically heal woodland creatures, and then you can heal the non-woodland units. But interestingly, despite the alternate character model there, it's still the lady druid. And maybe they're androgynous, who knows. But yeah, we'll go for the harder path. There's no reason not to take the elite battles. It's Torbjorn, so smelly little dwarves. Then first, so Torbjorn, he's going to be a bunch of flying mechanical machines. They're going to basically cross the entire map instantly and start blasting us. There's nothing I can really do about it. So your defense 5, I would rather these take the hits, because at defense 7 they'd be even more durable against them, and then you're just tough as nails anyway, so you be there. Guess you can go down the flank and you can stomp this way. Like, that is pretty reasonable. I'll kind of get you off the side. Okay, okay, that's annoying. You're going to end up taking a lot of damage as they rush towards you. I guess what I could do is immediately use my Radiant Shield on that unit to try and save them, because, well, the steam guns are only power 3, so actually we're really resilient. There would be... So this is if the steam gun at power 3 shot the dragon, it's only defense 5 now, so I'd have 3 up save. If I bought the plate barding, it would be 2 up, but never mind, I can use the treants as a shield. So what I'd love to do is start to shoot these, but I'm not quite going to get there. So I should probably just make do with firing away at some of these other units and using Radiant Shield as fast as I can. I'm not going to quite kill it this turn, but do some good damage and then finish it next turn. Oh, I forgot. Oh, silly me. The arch unit is the character Isabu is on the dragon now, not on the arch unit. So that was a kind of pointless. I guess it still makes sense, because then the dragon can breathe fire, so I can use it to kill you. The problem with that strategy is that it forces me to use you. The wizard and the dragon are tied in the same unit, so I can't. Oh, I got so lucky. They moved that unit first. That's good news for me. 2 up save, I take a wound, I heal it for free, who cares. Now I can use this without being scared. So get just far enough forward to roast it. See if you can take off those last 2 wounds. Possibly. Yes, got him. Perfect. And then we'll use Radiant Shield here. You're going to need the help in a second. Otherwise, I guess you could start coming around this way to Well, can you get in a position to... Maybe I can just charge straight over and just kill that flame cannon at the back for free. Get onto their back arc. Yeah, there's nothing they can do to stop me. Unless you come over and shoot me. That's a tad annoying. I don't know why you would target the dragon. But fine. Can I just engage you with the Treant? Yes. Can I reach them with the Dryads? No, not quite. Don't quite have the movement. Maybe the chariot can do it. Yes, in fact, the chariot can easily do it. I can immediately show off the chariot's prowess. Then you can flank that one for me. And you have your own bow and arrow shots and another use of regrowth. Can't use it on you, so you can use your own healing there, but I need to internalize that I've got another regrowth spell in the field. Yeah, you're going to get shot a lot, so this is why I had to use Radiant Shield here. Kind of important. I'm going to wait to see where that one goes, because I might be able to flank this, so let's just use other units, but let's just pass. Good, I know where they've landed up. And they don't choose to shoot anything, that's an interesting choice. Well, I think it's pretty trivial for me to get over here and start hitting these in the side, so I don't know why I wouldn't. I'll shoot that one first. Reducing the save to 4 up now, because it... Oh, that's great. So they're immediately showing the effectiveness of bow mastery. So reduce saves by 1. Ordinarily, they'd be saving on 3+, because their defense is better than my power. But because it's -1, the 3 up becomes a 4 up, and all of those 3s fail to save. Yeah, we've learned... What do you think that upgrade works as? It's us becoming... Either they're using anti-armor arrows, or they've gotten really good at finding the weak spots and joints. So you're basically dead already. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh no, I've made a terrible error. I moved into range of the cannon. It does allow me to charge this, so I guess it's not the end of the world, but probably didn't want to be in charge range of an Inferno cannon. Never mind, I'll have to heal them in a second, because this is going to do a lot of damage. Yeah, I take 4 wounds. Okay, I'm going to regrowth that unit. Oops. Never mind. Okay, so you're going to get charged there. I could just shove the Treant into one of these units and that will be fine. Probably not those, they're a bit too potent, but what I can do is I can start getting you around to flank them later. And these are a non-concern. So I just go fight that unit of Dwarven Miners. What are you going to do? Again, something for you to flank over here. I can't quite reach that unit yet, can I? Oh, I can. It's just a question of positioning. Can I get into their side arc? No, I'd have to get all the way up there. So I'd have to do that, at which point I'm there, but I'm in charge range of that unit, sadly. That's about as good as I can do, and I'm out of range. Oh well. Fine. I'll have you do it. I could get rid of the Inferno Cannon, but no, I'd rather do this. They're not going to charge me because I think they're a bit silly in that. Okay, I blocked my own charge there, which is fine because apparently it's not going to happen anyway. So you can just kill that one for me instead. And then I'll have the archers finish that one off. Yeah, I'll allow these infantry blocks to move around and see if I can get any more beneficial charge arcs. They're going to chuck their grenade, but I have a Banner of Mist and they rolled a 1, so 1 minus 1 is 0. You're the one who can regrowth these units, so give me my... There you go. Exactly back to... Well, almost back to full strength, but I get all of my attacks. You might as well use this now. You're not saving it for anything. Hey, that's my Dryads. You take a wound. How dare you? Okay, I guess you can just take that charge for free. Or I could shoot it and just let other things deal with these units. There you go, that'll do. Although, I should have... I've got 2 rounds from the Druid on Chariot here, so I might be able to pick it off, but that's quite a big risk and I don't want it still to be alive, so I'll commit my big block of shooting at it. It's kind of overkill, but I'd rather do it, just no risk there. It's going on, you're shuffling towards those. That's a bit worrying because you're probably going to take another volley next turn, but I can't stop it, I'm afraid. What are you going to do? Well, I could have one of you flank that and one of you flank that, but it's contingent upon knowing where this stuff winds up. Just going to have to Chariot get away. You're not really a combatant, let's be honest. Just have you run away. Okay, so apparently you've locked onto that unit. I'm just going to have you back away a touch. Fighting Berserkers head on is a bit of a waste of kind of time and energy. They're excessively tough. And then you've made it, I suppose, somewhat easy to flank you in at least some direction. Maybe they're doing too good a job at covering one another. It all depends on who gets to charge first, which will be the enemy, so I'll end up charging headlong into one of these, which is a bit annoying. I can get away, but I can't then get my charge, so should I just stand here and hit something so that I've got reroll saves and I've got 4 heals to throw around, so just kill the miners. Here, with my curse stand, I'm hopeful to kill it in 1 turn. I don't, it rolls quite high. Don't take any damage though, so go away. I was hoping I could charge it because then I could avoid the flame cannon volley. Well, as long as the flame cannon doesn't go first, I can scurry it to safety. And then Moonflight does 3 wounds, takes none back. They hold. Oh, it makes no difference. And here, shouldn't be too hard. They also hold. Resilient dwarves here, getting me stuck in place everywhere. They're going to go fine. I don't get my counter there. Just take those on. And I can't get over the terrain to get over. Technically, it counts as a side charge, and I can't fit there. Anything but the Inferno Cannon, please. Give me a moment to escape. Yes, okay, I got away with it. So you're just going to get the hell away from that wretched cannon now before it shoots you. Actually, before I do that, shall I just take my shot first? Can't quite catch the 2-wound flying machine. That would be convenient. So maybe if I come down here first. What's its range? I need to get over to there at least. So can I do this, shoot it, and 8.1 left. Takes like 2 to move, and then 6. It only gets about 4. I think I can take my shot and still escape. I'm going to be greedy here. Finish that one off for me. No, okay, you do know it's fine. And then we can just get out of the range of this. There we go, perfect. Can't reach me. No, 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 no. You use this now. Hack through the miners. That achieves nothing, don't worry. Do I want to shield or heal a non-woodland unit this turn? No, you're already shielded. You're going to be fine, so I'll conserve your spells. Revealing where you wind up, which is extremely easy to now outflank. You've given me that for no cost. You rally, fine, I can just keep shooting these. In fact, I can kill them this turn probably. I'm doing this instead of these dwarves because it has a shooting attack, so it's one of the few things I have in the field that can bother me, whereas these berserkers are never going to catch me. And that just leaves you, who can come over here and be a nuisance towards these berserkers. Plant regrowth, you're all fine for now with only 1 wound each. Probably want to save it for these dryads in a second. Dragon eats the Inferno Cannon, takes no damage, so we'll heal that for free. This Treant kills that unit, takes no damage, also healed for free. Right, here we go. I'm going to sustain some. They're power 5. Well, they're power 5 and I'm defense 5, so 4 up save re-rolling. Yeah, I've lost 1 Dryad so far. The unit just loses outright, of course it does. Into the flank and then into their back, because dwarves are basically guaranteed to rally with their good morale. There's no need to charge that, I can just shoot it to death. I say that, I'm probably going to have to charge it with something now to save my Treant from getting hit in the back. Looks like a job for a chariot. You waste the turn doing nothing, I don't really care. I would like you to shoot that one. Okay, they've gotten really annoyingly close to us there, so what I'll have to do... I can't... Oh, I can just about wiggle to safety there, that's convenient. So, but I still need to charge them with something, otherwise they're going to end up flanking my units here. So you can come and hit that in the side. You can do this and hit them in the back. And I'm hopeful you can break them in 1 turn, so I don't have to worry about other things being a nuisance. Give me my Dryad. Okay, the dragon and you are to be decided, so I'll put you over here. Fire breath. And then charge, and I can radiant shield myself to take minimum damage. Yeah, good. Killing off that rank means I only get to 1 of them fight me, so I'll take very little damage. You're all healthy for now, that's good. It just leaves you, who's, I don't know, not really anything to do here. If this unit persists, you can hit it in the back, I suppose. Get to reroll annoyingly. I'd rolled a double one, that kind of sucks. And they hold, so I'm actually going to take a lot of damage now. They're all dead, hooray. That one. Get that one. I'm going to have to think about this now, so if I recall, how many charges of these spells did I have left? Oh, come on, I must have just... How did I get into range? When I twisted and shot, I didn't realise I accidentally put myself there. That's tragic. Okay, just back properly away this time. My bad. Sorry, guys. Nothing to shoot at, everything's engaged in combat. Alright, that's kind of changed the math, I think. So I've got one little regrowth and one big regrowth. So the big regrowth can be used on you or you, and I think it's fairly obvious, so I'm going to have to put it now. I rolled a 1, great, only get 1 back, that's annoying. I'm going to have to heal that unit legitimately. And then little regrowth can probably be saved for you. After this turn I'll use that because I might take some more damage. What I'll do instead is have you rush over here. I can't shoot it, never mind. Save that. You might hold on here, so I'm going to have you get into their back arc. And then you can get into the back arc of this unit in case it holds on. Take another wound. Good thing I didn't use my spell, because now I've got 3 down. Well, the druid kills one, that's great. 2 more. I really need this unit to break. Oh, I'm getting stuck with these tiny dwarven units that won't decide they've lost. Oh, and then 2 wounds here. Oh, that's brilliant. They're doing just enough to be a nuisance everywhere. This is why we hate dwarves so much. You hit that. Nothing else to do. No, though it isn't entirely down to me being a bit silly. So I can't heal that one because it took 2 wounds, so it's got to be on this unit. I don't even get all the wounds back anyway. That's it, just because these are just going to lose now. Their morale will break this turn. See how much damage we take. I say that, I'm being a bit disingenuous. It's not as though this is particularly devastating. This is kind of normal. I've had a normal battle in which I take some actual wounds on units. And even then, none on the chariot. I got away with that. So the scratch is here annoying. It's just me misplaying the riders there is my fault. Otherwise, that's fine. They'll go up to... I say that, they'll be in 6... I mean, you don't need to bother healing that, do you? You can just ignore it. So that these level... More attacks, sure. Not. And again, why not? They're moving in perfect lockstep. Just one the extra level ones took the level into looter, that's okay. And then up here, the druid gets an extra charge of Radiant Shield. That's nice. Yes, please. So 3 uses of the shield now. And the archers... I don't know, just extra gold. They're basically fine otherwise. Okay, so now the trick, so with units like the dryads and the riders, I can't use regrowth to help them if they've lost units after a battle, so I'm basically stuck with 13 or 12 or 4 or 5. With single entities, however, even if they enter a battle of 5 of 7, I can just use regrowth on myself at the start of the next battle and just give my wounds back. So you don't actually have to bother healing these. The riders, however, you do. You'll just permanently be stuck with missing one, so I'm going to fix that one. And the reason I'm happy to do that is because everyone else can just take all of the gold again. Okay, we're not exactly struggling here, are we? With the rate at which we're blowing through these, I think I'm happy to take an extra fight. We can just quickly get through this standard battle here. And it's more treacherous wood elves. Blasted wood elves. Always loving the forest where they get off. So you can just walk through that. You can kind of go down the flank. You down one flank, you down the other. We'll have our trees crush anything in the sides. Ideally you would be there. And then maybe you can come there to catch anything. I want you shooting stuff. You've got free reign to get there and hit anything, and you be kind of getting cover behind the treant, so you aren't the primary target. That should be good. They are going to have some shooting things to be worried about. Well, surely you would prefer the dragon on the extreme flank, because then you can get around there and hit anything in the side. Go back a touch so you're not the primary target. You'd be safe behind the dryads, like so. You're using your durable units as defenders. So look, it's rather akin to my army. Woodland monsters. They'll take a while to get to us, so we want to prioritise these riders and the eagles. So I'm just going to pass. They've got very little shooting, only a couple bows from that unit, and they're unupgraded unlike mine, so we can ignore them. You can shoot and kill the eagle, and then we'll start to figure out how we want to deal with those. We're not super effective against other highly durable units. We haven't really come across that yet, so we have to see how I deal with that. Can I get these archers into a position to shoot that eagle? Probably if I just stand here. Can I reach them already? No, not from here, but if I just twist a bit. Yeah, go for it. Maybe you can just kill it outright. It's only got 4 wounds, you get 10 hits, so... Oh, 3, okay, I'm going to have to shoot it with something else as well. That's unfortunate. My dryads will just crush your dryads in a straight battle. It's pretty easy for me. In fact, because I've got the... If I'm a bit clever, because I've got the better range, I've got a banner of swiftness and they don't. If I allow them to step forward next turn, they won't quite reach me. And because I have better movement, I can stand right on the edge of theirs and catch them. So I'm not going to charge forward, I'm going to let them come to me. Then I'll be able to outposition them. Can I get you into a position to shoot you with bow and arrow? Probably not, let's be honest, so I'm just going to stall with this unit for a turn. Good, I know where those are now. Yeah, you're going to think a shot at me. Fine, you do nothing. How far forward can I get here? Far enough to escape them, which is nice. So what I'd love to do is kind of just go crashing forward, get to there, kill the eagle, and then fly over. Dead. In fact, I could have done that first. You get straight over them. Spells, I don't need to help anyone yet. Forward you come, I'm glad, because now I can shoot you and back away. 664, okay. So scrap this turn, try again next turn. And then if I can get a flank on these, I think I can beat them, but not quite yet. Just, I don't know, start chipping away at the dryads. I'm going to have you deal with these riders for me, thereby freeing the dragon to come over here. So that flank has basically collapsed. They've got a lot more strength on that one though. And while I can have the dryads contend with one of these, the other two are basically unaccounted for right now. So I skipped the entire charge phase and forgot to charge them. Oops, okay, well they're going to turn and face one of these, at which point I assume it would be the dragon, and then you can get an even better rear charge to kill them. It was all part of my master plan. Shrug. It's the downside to playing an army that's so kind of kind for you in terms of taking damage. You kind of start playing sloppily. You're after those. Well, I guess I can get the flank then. You're never going to catch them. I need to wait for that eagle to move first, of course. Shall I just have the treant fight one of these? Why not? It's just going to win, isn't it? I've got more attacks and better skill. They've already moved, so don't worry about that. We have exactly equal movement, so we're just going to end up charging each other no matter what we do here. So go for it. You might be in a position to save this unit from being flanked. No, I've easily flanked them, so they're gonna die. You're after the treant, interesting. Well, I guess I can change tack. Instead I can, well, I say that, can I just rush up here and flank them anyway? No, I don't quite have the movement for it. If I kind of twisted more this way and then got to here and then twisted. That works better. I think that worked. I just need to get the position at 10.4 and then twist. Yeah, that works. I can still get my flank, so there you go. I just correct my silly error there, turn later. And then you start coming over here. I fully trust you to slaughter that unit, so instead I'm just going to have you use your ranged output on these. No shield needle on anything, no heal needle on anything. Good, you're going to get... Okay, I've seen this unit's now moved. I missed that. Take a point blank shot, and then I can have a try it come over here. 1 wound left. I'm hopeful, if I'm very lucky, you might be able to kill that for me. If not, why would I bother engaging in combat? I can just do this. Safe. Cute. Okay, so you're obviously being left there to deal with you, so I'm just going to ignore that scary treant. 2+. No 1, so just a failed save, please. Got it. That leaves everyone here free to, I guess, put all of their ranged fire into one of these instead. Right, let's not forget to charge this turn. That was a bit daft. So yeah, hit that in the side. Counter charge there. And then slaughter those. That's good. Tree on tree violence. You're after the chariot. You'll never catch it, but I'm just going to do this now. Get rid of those. So Dryads are a bit interesting. They're discipline 10, so max, but they're not fearless, so they do suffer the penalties from losing combat, so it is worth smacking into them. They're just being kind of... They've got 3 units left, and there's nothing on this side that can reach the dragon now, so I'm just going to have you come forward. Start reducing their... Stop rolling double 1. High number of wounds. There's 24 wounds worth of Dryad there. I'm going to use the shield. You're in combat here, so give yourself a reroll. I don't know what they did there. I think they just skipped the turn. Do they have anything left to do? I think they've used... I think this unit is still green. They haven't used that Treant yet, so I need to be slightly pickier about where this stuff winds up. Just keep scraping wounds off of these. And then run this way to get away from there. Scary tree monster. The trees have turned on us. They have betrayed us. Okay, you're just after my very, very fast cavalry. Who, interestingly, because of the -1 save, are actually quite effective at shooting at treants. I say that, don't pass the save, but they're actually, because they force them to save on 3 up rather than 2 up, you can do some pretty nice damage. And then you are never ever going to get into combat with either of these units. It would be very silly. Maybe do a bit better with position here, couldn't I? One of 8 wounds down. Yeah, slowly but surely. Here's our Titanic duel. So I get a 3-up save but re-rolling. No effect. Okay, and then more attacks with better skill. Netting equal numbers. So this is, but we're both more defensively oriented than we are offensively oriented, so it's going to take a while for us to actually do anything to each other. Over here, however, this is going to be pretty easy. You take a wound, you'll heal it for free, don't worry. Don't need to waste regrowth on that yet. And then you just smash this unit. You should have no real difficulty here. The problem is with Discipline 10, they're basically guaranteed to rally. So I have to just keep hitting them to kill them and make them go away. No, I'm not taking any of these silly charges. This problem is just a very, very durable army, much like mine. We're going to take forever to chop through their incredible number of wounds. Where you're after the archers. That's not too much of a concern. Again, I'm just going to pick one unit and focus on it. Might as well just pick one. Because yeah, this is the real range damage dealer I can use to hit things. You're still prioritising those, that's convenient for me. Roll some 3s, please. Yeah, a 1. So thus far it's made no difference there. Reduced save thing I mentioned, but eventually it will, I promise. Safe. And then you shoot that and then get out of the way. And then we can use regrowth from that later, but for now I would rather start double. I swear that's, bro, that's... What are the mathematical odds of rolling triple double 1 on a D3? Just keep radiant shielding this unit. Or greater shielding it, rather. No reason not to do so. In fact, if I'm lucky, maybe I can put this unit here and get the Triads to turn around and get distracted. No wounds. 1 wound. I'm winning. Yeah, I'm going to be here for literally forever. Now we know they might hold on. No, they still break, so just keep hitting them. They'll turn around and fight me, but I'm too tough. Now I might flank this one and just see if I can kill through its wounds more effectively. The problem with doing that is that there's nothing keeping this one in check, so it's a bit scary. I'll just leave... Oh, come on. We can get the speed up here. I think we'll be okay. I can shimmy around with the best of them. So they've locked it. So hopefully you lock onto this and then this stays on you. What do I want to use? I can use this now. It doesn't risk me move anything, so I can see where they go. Good, they have actually foolishly targeted my dragon, so I can just ignore them. And you're after the chariot, you'll never catch it. Good shot. Do I want to baby regrowth something now? I'll probably wait just after this dies and I can do that. I'll use your regrowth on you and your regrowth on that unit. Everyone else is pretty much healthy. It just leaves the dragon, who of course we're not going to want sat here. I'd rather actually kill this unit, put all the damage into one enemy so you can just get rid of that. Makes initiative ordering easier for us. Radiant Shield one last time. Are there any other combats I'm really going to be worried about? No, because I'm never really going to get into combat, so you might as well just do it on that unit again. And then this Treant just trundles over. Maybe I'll double charge this unit to be mean about it once this is cleaned up. One wound there. I do nothing. That's a good... Yeah, even without the Banner of Fury I didn't buy, I'm only dealing damage on. So yeah, well, I say that, even if I had the Banner of Fury, then I only take one more wound. So, no, we're going to be stuck there for a while. Good damage into these Dryads. A couple more turns of that. Maybe one more if you're lucky. Keep killing them. No, don't charge anything here. (13 to 15). Can we finish them off? Yes, we can. Dryads no more. I'm just going to run away because they might, now that that unit isn't locked onto me, they might prioritize another unit into my archers. So I need to make sure I'm kind of safe here. You first. Yeah, why not? Now I could, of course, put you into the side and you into the back and just break this unit, which isn't a terrible idea, because I've got greater regrowth to use on myself. And then they'll obviously be safe from being hit in this direction. No damage. Oh well. Do this now? Yeah, because this is going long enough. One, so good threshold. Haven't wasted any heal. Just use your regrowth in such a way that you don't waste any potential heals that you get out of it. 3 wounds, they failed every save, and now they're dead. There you go. Terrible round of rolling finally finishes them. Over here, we're still hitting these poor Dryads. There's one left. Still hasn't passed a morale check. I'm just going to keep charging them. Why would I stop now when it's worked so well? And you kill this, and you kill that. That'll probably be enough to break them. Well, I'm not going to do a lot of damage, so maybe they'll cling on. Yeah, okay. You want to take the opportunity to heal yourself now, because there's not going to be a chance after this. They've only got 2 attacks, so unless you're incredibly unlucky in that they hit you both times and wound you both times, you can sustain 1 wound and be effectively full HP, so just hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, good shot there. You shoot that. Double 1, great, okay. We might just kill it with raw shooting this turn, apparently. Get out of the way. Regrowth is moot, because everyone else is full HP. You just get out of the way, because I want to have these come over here and shoot him as well. Short range, yet 2 up. 1, 1, 1, great shot. Yeah, if you didn't roll so many 1s, you might have just killed it there. That's a very dead Dryad. And I don't think this unit's going to hold on somehow. They do no wounds. And they're out this turn. That Treant gets to survive with 1 wound. Lucky though. I say lucky, it's probably oozing tree sap from every woody porous it's got. But we're basically full HP because fixed. Huzzah. And our new druid leveled, Althorin. Gets what I wanted. I was hoping to see that. So they also benefit from recruiter. So you can only get a maximum of 2 recruiter levels on each character, but you can buy extra characters who can also take recruiter levels. So any unit we buy will now have 3 auto levels. So massively combat effective out of the gate. And just, I mean, look, we're all fine, aren't we? And even that is okay. I don't need the extra ones right now. So what an outrageous gold generating army. So thank you very much for watching our Definitely not Fangorn trademark army here, stomping its way through. I like the heavy woodland theme. I'm going to try and steer away from the standard units. I'll take as many of these as I can. I think the Forest Dragon counts, doesn't it? You'd count it as a woodland unit. Look, it's green and everything. If you did enjoy, please do like and subscribe. It massively helps out the channel and I do appreciate it. It also allows the opportunity for those who otherwise wouldn't know Sovel exists to maybe have it recommended and introduce them to such a marvellous little game. Or if you just want to chat with me and others down in the comment section, that's fine too. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.